technology, and it's connected to a lot of young people. And the way we consume technology is, in many regards, is mostly for entertainment purposes. Is we want to use apps that will entertain us, things that will make maybe our work easier, but we don't then think through the technology in terms of what it will help us into the future and how it will then create efficiency into the future. And we don't get enough traction, especially from the government side. Is it a problem? Is it a Kenyan problem, an African problem? Is it a generational problem?
It is a problem of lack of sight. This is what I mean. Yesterday I was studying the NVIDIA, the company called NVIDIA.
Yeah.
So there is a whole issue with the US, I think and China in terms of the chips, right? So when Biden was in power, Biden minimized the amount of chips that China is able to buy.
Yeah.
Of course, because at that particular time, America had advanced in their technology of building those chips. So during the leadership of Biden, they saw that those chips, because NVIDIA at that particular time were created the high possible tech chips that were ever, recorded globally. So America saw that it was a risk to sell this kind of chips to China because they were going to use it, to create technologies that might, be of harm to them. That's according to them.
Or outpace them.
Exactly, outpace them.
Yeah.
So what did Biden do in his era? Biden decided to sit down with them and create a chip that is a little bit lower, still good, but it did not have the same efficiency as the chip. And these are the chips that were now sold to China. So Trump comes in, and then Trump says that even those chips, cut them off, which were running into billions of dollars. And we know that, NVIDIA has been doing its best to make sure that, trying to talk to Trump to allow these chips. So why am I saying that? So in that whole commotion of, Trump coming in and even cutting all the chips, China now used that opportunity to develop new chips that were actually very much competitive and even superior to what NVIDIA at that particular time were bringing to the table. The reason is this. China is where it is because of its ability to live tomorrow. When I look at the way the African concept of advancing people is carved around, it is carved around politics. There is a difference between leadership and politics. Leadership outlasts the leader. Politics needs the leader to stay alive. So when you look at someone like in Africa, for example, and I've been to Nigeria and things like that, you see a whole governor coming and giving, in Nigeria they call them keke, which here we call them what? Tuk-tuks, right? I'm not, and please I want the viewers to understand, because some people just argue we are not talking about Mama Mboga or Boda Boda rider. We are talking about where Kenya is going. And Kenya cannot, he was speaking right now that there is a company I think in Kibera that is tokenizing Mama Mboga. Are you aware? Tokenizing, the whole concept of tokenize, we'll explain that a little bit later, where Mama Mboga can, like you can tokenize your business. Let's say your business is worth 5,000, you tokenize your business so that someone owns 1,000 of your business, they bring in investment to that level. It's already happening in Kibera, tokenizing. We'll explain that a little bit later.
Is it so much shareholding?
It's something concerning shareholding, which he'll explain better. So the whole concept is that the way I look at the way what we tend to make it look as if it's progress for our nation is actually centered around who's coming next into power. It's not necessarily centered around where is Kenya going, because even if Kenya does not go, the world is already going there. Even if Kenya is left behind, we will continue being a third world nation. And I've seen a lot of people, looking at nations like Singapore, trying to say that we want Kenya to be like Singapore. Did Singapore give more borders? That's the question we need to ask. Did Singapore give more,
water tanks?
Water tanks. Did Singapore give more car wash? In order for you to be a Singapore, there has to be a bullseye. In order to take a nation to look like that first world nation, it's not bad to advance this particular thing, but advance superior things. The government cannot say you have, for example, 7 billion or 12 billion or 2 billion to empower the youth. The question is, what do the youth need at this particular point of view? So it's not wrong to have like 20% things to do with human labor, but have the biggest percentage of them centered around things that can be able to make a nation a superpower. And if you look at it from a point of a water tank cannot make a nation a superpower. A car wash cannot make a nation a superpower. And if you look at it from the AI system, I was reading the other day, in the next 4 years, 3 to 4 years, AI is going to guarantee the next set of the most millionaires, more than any internet in any 20 or 30 years. So the question should be, should we invest in what is actually making more millionaires in the shortest period of time, or just, politicize this whole concept with things that we know can make me come back into power the next day?